Hello and welcome to episode 217 of the Daily Sales Message, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. In this episode, we're talking about the power of unlimited. Now, my job when I'm teaching people how to sell and when I'm creating messaging for clients through my Clear Sales Message consultancy is to push people to be as bold and cavalier and confident as possible in what they're saying. We don't want to actively mislead people or lie to them or make claims that we can't back up. It's not what I'm here to do. However, got to be as bold and succinct and concise as possible. And the notion of unlimited is something I try to encourage people to do as much as possible, because from my personal experience, it's an easy win and it doesn't have much of a commercial cost to it. I'll give you a real world example. In my Clear Sales Message consultancy, I work with clients on an unlimited timescale and an unlimited iteration basis. I give them as many concepts and ideas as they can physically stomach. They're stuck with me until they're 100% happy with the result. It's completely unlimited. Now, as a buyer, that sounds really attractive because we are aligned in terms of our motivations. I'm here to make sure you're happy, and you know that I'm stuck with you until we get that point and you sign off the project. That's attractive as a buyer. As a seller, sounds super dangerous, doesn't it? God, how many millions of calls and emails and texts and ideas and things am I going to have to do? Surely this is a risky proposition. Well, it's not. I learned after maybe the first 20 to 30 or so Clear Sales Messages, I realized that most of my clients only needed 2 or 3 calls at best, maybe 4 or 5 if they were really unsure. There was a natural limit to these things. By calling it unlimited versus saying up to 5 calls or up to 5 iterations, which sounds limited, and we're thinking, hang on, I'm paying you all this money, and if you don't get it right in 5 iterations, I have to pay you more money. How does that work? That's a conflict of interest. So rather than me saying that, by using the word unlimited, knowing that by definition it's limited, it's super attractive. Now, for all of my Clear Sales Message clients, this is what perfectly swimmingly, apart from one. I had one client, it was just a simple naming project, and because of the industry these people are in, it's quite difficult to come up with names that weren't already trademarked and the domain names were taken, etc. So it wasn't really my fault per se, but there we go. I gave them 143 different naming options for how to name their business, or 142. It's well over 100. Well over. So much so that they paid me more money. They'd already paid my invoice, and they said, look, we'll give us more money. We feel bad. And I said, well, that's great. I'll take your money. Thanks very much. But you don't have to do it, because this is the deal. I work to an unlimited timescale, unlimited iteration basis. You are stuck with me until you're happy. And so they were. They were stuck with me until they're happy, and I got the result for them. But that's one project out of all of the projects I've done. And in the end, they paid me more anyway, and it wasn't really an issue. So the moral of the story today is, where can you, in your business, can you use the term and the notion unlimited? You've got to do your commercial kind of awareness on this and make sure you're not opening yourself up to something. Make sure it's a commercially viable decision. But in the same way, when you go to an all-you-can-eat Chinese, you can only really eat 3 or 4 bowls before you're violently going to be sick because you've just had too much. There is a natural limit to most things. It feels attractive because you're like, unlimited buffet, yes, okay, you're going to rue the day you met James Newell, here we go. But there's a natural limit to everything. So as long as it makes commercial sense to your business, and it does for me because I noticed the pattern of how many calls and iterations it took, and wasn't really that many, describing things and offering things is in an unlimited capacity versus a limited capacity, funnily enough, is a lot more attractive for people. Right, that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow in episode 218, I want to talk about clues. There are clues all over the internet, just waiting for you to find them, about how to articulate your offering and how to better sell what you sell to people. But we'll talk about those clues tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to sellingconfidencescore.com. That's sellingconfidencescore.com. There is a 20 yes/no question online quiz. You'll be asked questions across 4 main areas of selling, and it will spit out an out of 10 numerical figure for how good you are at selling overall, and it will break it down into those 4 individual areas so you can see where you're performing well, where perhaps you're not performing as well, and it will give you a personalized action plan to improve your performance. It's completely free. Takes 2 minutes, and it's at sellingconfidencescore.com. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for a mysterious edition full of clues here at the Daily Sales Message.